Hey, good morning, everybody. Glad you tuned in today for Psalm 86. I want to just walk through it a little bit with you. So, look, this psalm is um, it's a prayer where David is asking God to do some work in his life, but at the same time, it's sort of some affirmations about a lot of things in here about who God is and about His greatness and that sort of thing. So. Um, a lot of it is quotations from other Psalms, which is okay. David wrote them, so he can quote them if he wants to, right? I guess he could quote them anyhow, but uh, in fact, some people would say that almost all of it is just quotations from other Psalms. But anyhow, he starts out and he's asking God to hear his prayer, and he's basing it upon some things that I just want to point out for a second, and then come to a couple conclusions that I want to point out. First of all, he says, "Bow down your ear, O Lord, hear me, because I'm poor and needy." Was it just the other day I was talking to you about prayer being based upon need and how we need God and how Jesus said, "Without me, you can do nothing." And I talked about how we need to become aware of how much we need God, and it would enhance our prayers and it would grow our prayer life. And so he's telling God here, he's saying, "Look, I'm poor and needy. I have nothing to offer you. I need you. You don't need me. And so I'm asking you to hear my prayer." He says, "Preserve my life because I'm holy and you are my God." Now, when he says I'm holy, he's not saying uh, I'm super saint or I'm super Christian or I'm perfect. And really, in essence, what he's saying is he's saying, I belong to you. I have been set apart by you. I am one of yours. And that's what he's saying by saying that I'm holy. He's saying, preserve my life because I belong to you. And, that's one of the things that we need to remember when we pray. Um, we don't get answered based upon the words that we use. We don't get answered based upon the right format of prayer. We get answered based upon who we are, that we are the children of God, that we belong to Him, and He wants to hear us and He wants to answer our prayers. He says, "Be merciful to me, for I cry to you all day long." He's just talking about his perseverance as he cries out to the Lord. Ultimately, he comes down. He does this a couple times in this song. He says, "Among the gods there is none like you. There is none who works your works." He's just saying, God, you are so different, and you are so high above all the other gods. Then in verses 11 and 12, and I'll just kind of close with these. He says, "Teach me your ways, O Lord, and I will walk in your truth. Unite my heart to fear your name." He says, "Lord, teach me what your ways are, and I'll walk in them." Let me ask you something. Why do you want to hear from God? Do you want to hear from God because you want to do what he tells you? Do you want him to show you his ways because you intend to walk in it? If you want to hear from God, you need to have the intent of obeying him and of following him. And he says, "Teach me your ways, O Lord, and I'll walk in them." He says, "Unite my heart to fear your name." And he's just saying here, I don't want God to be a part of my life. He's saying God needs to be the hub of my life, the central part of my life. Too many of us are, you think of like an old wagon wheel in an old Western wagon, and it's got the hub and then it's got the spokes coming off of it. And too many of us, we have God in our life, but he's one of the spokes, right? And all the spokes come to the hub, and the hub could be anything. Usually it's me, it's myself, I'm the hub, or it could be, my family, whatever is the central most important thing. And God is one of the spokes. He's connected to the hub, but he's just one of the spokes, and he's just in there, and he just has a part. And when he says here, "Unite my heart to fear your name," he says, God, you need to be the hub of my life. Everything needs to come off of you. Let my awe of you, my fear of you, my worship of you, my honor of you, and my desire for you be the central part of my life, and let everything else come off of that. Unite my heart to fear your name. Jesus said that the most important commandment was to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. So trust in him today. Ask him to unite your heart so that you can fear his name. To ask him to teach you his ways so that you can walk in them. God bless you guys. Psalm 86. Get out there. Faith today. See you soon. Bye.